Hello and welcome back to Life According to Sarah, my knitting and crochet podcast. Well, welcome back if you've been here before, and if you're new here, a very big welcome to you. So, if you are new here, you won't know who I am. I'm Sarah. I live in Newbury in the UK, and I have two children. One of them is 5 months old, and he is just down here. He's currently sleeping for once. So hopefully he'll stay asleep while I do this, otherwise it might be a bit of a noisy podcast again. So I might as well just get straight on into it. So I only have a few finished objects this week. I start off with this. So I'm on a bit of a crocheting rainbows kind of thing. So I showed one last week, and this is my most recent one, which I hang up in my window. It's just made from scrap yarn that I had lying around in my boxes anyway. It's a bit of a mess. It was a very quick make. It took me less than a day to make it, and it was from a free pattern on Pinterest. There's so many patterns on Pinterest for rainbows to hang up. It's probably because they're quite a popular thing to do at the moment. It was a really nice, easy pattern. What I really like about it is every row is basically different. So each colour, it's got a different like kind of pattern to it. So this it's got this kind of bit frilly and the pink. Yeah. And there is orange before the red though. I don't think the colours are coming out very well. But yeah. I get lots of compliments from my neighbours and stuff about my rainbows hanging up in my windows. So I want to try and make some more. And because it's been Star Wars Day at the beginning of the week, I went on a bit of a crocheting Star Wars characters spree, and so I made a cantina band. Which I love. They're all from the same pattern, but they've all come out a little bit differently shaped. I don't know if that's because I'm just not great, or maybe it's just the way that I've stuffed them has made them look kind of slightly different shapes. And then I also made a Kylo Ren. And so these, I got the patterns from this book. I got given this, it was like a set, and it came with the materials to make BB-8 and a Jawa as well, and I have made the Jawa, and my daughter has it somewhere hiding in her bedroom. I made that quite a while ago, but I got given this set for Christmas a couple of years ago, and I've got so much scrap yarn. These are really perfect for using up little odds and ends of yarn, because they're all quite small. So yeah, but they're quite easy patterns. But I think Kylo Ren took me a day. The cantina band, the whole set probably only took me a couple of days. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how they came out, and I'm a big Star Wars fan. So yeah, I definitely want to make more of the characters in this book. I think maybe I'll think about making Rey next, maybe, or maybe I might do Finn. But my son is actually called Finn, maybe partially after Finn from Star Wars and partially after Finn from Glee. So yeah, those are my finished objects, and I have started 2 new projects. One of them is going to be quite big, but at the moment isn't at all very big. One of them is this, which is going to be a scarf, which I did show in my hopeful cast-ons last time. So this is as far as I've got so far, so it's not very long at the moment. And this, it doesn't look like much, and I don't know if I'll be able to, can you see, it's got like a hidden pattern in it. So it's from this book, Harry Potter Knitting Magic, and it is this dark mark illusion scarf. And so it's got this end that I'm doing at the moment, it's got the dark mark, which is what that pattern that started there is. And then the other end of the scarf is going to say Mos Mordor, which is the spell that you say to conjure up the dark mark. So the yarn that I'm using for this project is this. It's the Paint Box yarns, and it's Aran weight. I really like this yarn. I think it's exclusively sold on the Lovecrafts website, and it's quite a cheap yarn. I forget how much it is per ball, but it's nice, easy to work with. I think it just works well for this pattern. I think these colours are perfect for this pattern. So yeah, the needles that I'm using are 4.5mm, and they are the Knit Pro Symphony. I really like these needles. To be fair, I think the majority of the needles that I own are this make. I just find that the yarn works really well with these particular needles. Like it's not going to slide off on its own. I'm not worried when I put my project down that the stitches are just going to go sliding off my needle, but at the same time it doesn't stick on so much that it's hard to knit with. So yeah, I think these are a good combination, this yarn and these needles. I wouldn't say that this is like going to be a really long thing to knit. It's only 39 stitches per row, so you get through it quite quickly. It's just I kind of do it in 20-minute bursts here and there, around my other things that I've been doing in my day-to-day life. And my other work in progress that I have, it's just something a bit random that I decided that I wanted to do. I started it yesterday, and I'm crocheting this, and it doesn't look like much at the moment, and also it's quite a out there colour, but this will eventually be a very, very, very hopefully big blanket. So I've got this box full of like kind of ends of balls of yarn, and that's just some of my scrap yarn that I've got. I've also got a bag over there just full of odds and ends, and it all seems to be DK weight. I don't know why, but I didn't know what to do with it, and then I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna make myself like a scrappy blanket out of my odds and ends. And I want to try and do it, so I know this is a bright orange, and I'm thinking of trying to make the colours kind of blend into each other. So the next colour I think I'll do is either going to be a yellow or a pink or a red, and so I'll try and do it so that it kind of, the colours essentially like blend, but obviously they're not really going to blend like that. Yeah, and for this I'm just doing lots of half double crochets. That's all there is to it, so it's really easy. You don't have to worry about leaving it in the middle of a row and then thinking, oh no, where am I at in the pattern, because it's just half double crochet over and over and over again. So this is going to be a very long-term project of mine, because yeah, I think even though it's the kind of thing that you can just do when you're watching TV and not really think about it, I want it to be a decent sized blanket, because that's going to be like the top edge. It's really long. Yeah, hopefully I've got enough scraps of yarn to make it a decent size. So those are my works in progress. I'm very excited that this time I actually have some acquisitions. So I don't know if you tuned in last time, then if you remember, I said I've got a couple of parcels on their way, and they arrived. Yay! So the first one that arrived was from Lovecrafts, which I got the yarn that I'm making the scarf. So I got 2 of each colour for that. And then I also got all of this. So there's some Serdar Snuggly. It's just a really nice kind of grey colour. And then these, it's all upside down. So this is Patton's Fairy Tale Cloud. And I think this one is just called White or something. So these are all for one project to hopefully make a little jacket for a baby. And then the second parcel that I received was from Wool Warehouse, and I got this. So I got more of the Patterns Fairy Tale Cloud. I got more of the Patterns Fairy Tale Cloud. I got one random ball in this colour, just because I thought it was a really pretty colour. And they only had one ball left. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It's probably just going to sit in a drawer for a long time, and then I'll figure something out to do with it. And then I got 4 balls in each of these colours. So there's like a darker brown and a lighter brown. Yeah, I really like how soft this yarn is. It's super snuggly. So I need to decide which colour I would like to make a cardigan for my baby out of. I'm thinking the lighter colour, and then use the darker colour for a blanket, like a hooded bear blanket, maybe. We'll see. So very happy that those arrived. I also got 2 new needles. And like I said, I really like using Knit Pro needles, and I like the Symphony ones, partly because I think they're really pretty. And then the last thing that that I got in the post, I hadn't ordered last time I spoke to you, but I decided that I wanted to buy some like stitch markers, progress keepers, or whatever you want to call them. So these are from Glendale Fibres, and they are so cute. So I've got 2 different kinds of dinosaur. If you can see, there's one. I think those are the same, and then that's the other one. How cute are they? They're so adorable. And they were £1.95 each. £1.95. So adorable. And they arrived really quickly. I was really impressed because so much post has been delayed because of the situation going on at the moment. So I was expecting them to take a while, but they arrived within a few days. So I was really impressed. So I definitely, if you're looking for kind of stitch markers, she's got some other ones on her Etsy page. I'll link it down below. It's not sponsored. Well, yeah, I'll link her Etsy down below. She's got some really nice looking yarn on her Etsy shop as well. So maybe one day I'll treat myself and try that. So hopefully then that means next time I speak to you I will have some new projects either finished or at least on the go, with all of my new yarn. So I'm excited to get knitting and crocheting. But yeah, that's all I really have to say for this time. I hope that everybody is keeping safe and well. I know these are horrible times at the moment. So yeah, keep safe, and I will speak to you next time. Okay, bye.